In a recent article, a job recruiter talked about parents of Gen Z kids coaching their young adult children during their Zoom interviews, telling them how to respond and which questions to ask. But is that a good idea? Blanca Cobb is helping us navigate this conversation. Blanca, parents want to obviously help their children succeed, but how could this backfire considering these are live Zoom interviews?
One way that it could backfire is that the kid doesn't even get the job, but it's more of a subtle drawback. And what it is, it sends this young adult child a message from mom and dad that, hey, look, I'm not sure you can handle this on your own. That's why I've got to be here. And what that does to this young adult kid is that they subconsciously start thinking, well, maybe I really can't handle this. And it keeps them dependent on their parent instead of really thinking for themselves. And as we know, part of life, you're going to make mistakes. So they may not knock it out of the park that first time, but that doesn't mean there aren't any learning lessons in that job interview.
Would you say that, what would be the alternative to this live coaching during a job interview?
Do it offline before the interview. What this means is talk to your kids about tricky questions or situations that you think they may not have thought about yet. And then do role play. Say, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I want to hear what your answers are going to be, and let's talk about it. You just want to make it more relaxed and more of a teachable moment for them.
What is something that parents should consider before doing any of this?
There are two things that parents should consider. One is ask and see if your kid even wants your help. Sometimes young adult kids are like, hey, I want to figure this out on my own. I appreciate it. Thanks, but no thanks. The other thing is you hovering around while they're doing a live Zoom job interview could make them even more nervous than they already are because they're feeling pressure not only from mom and dad, but also from the interviewer. And then they could just implode, meaning they may not answer the questions the way they would like, or their body language might be off. They might have some changes of voice that makes them sound more insecure, but they're really a confident kid.
Do you have any advice now for the kids? Because thinking back to my time when I was doing these job interviews when I was a young adult, there's no way I would want my parents to coach me through a job interview. But I'm sure that you can offer some good advice on why that you should at least consider the idea.
Oh yeah, because look, mom and dad are going to have life experience that you don't have. So this is before you jump on this live Zoom call for this job interview is say, hey, what are some things I should consider? Or I've heard this from somebody. What do you think about it? Or I'm thinking about talking about job salary. Whatever it is, just talk about those thoughts and get your parents' perspective way before you jump on that Zoom call.
All right, Blanca, always great advice. Thank you. You can continue the conversation with her on her Facebook page. Just search Blanca Cobb, Body Language Expert.